In this lesson, there are a lot of math calculations, and the students are going to have to record data on a chart. They're going to have to then use an algebraic formula to get the percentage. I also have a real-based world problem where the students are working in a restaurant and they have a customer that wants to order these hamburger patties, but they want it at an after weight quantity. And so the students have to take the data that they get from when the grilling, and they have to use that to do this real world calculation of how much actual hamburger ground beef they must order based on the lean fat percentage. And then after that, they have to calculate what size hamburger bun that they want to use. So for the EL students, it's really important that I use a word wall so that they can actually see the words written down. So when I'm doing my intro activity, I usually have a PowerPoint, and then I put the words up as we're going. So today I used the word shrinkage, and that was one of the words that was on the word wall because I had been talking about it previously in the lesson. I also do some other vocabulary activities with the students. One I did, I took an 11 by 14 paper, I had them folded into 20 squares. They had to write each vocabulary word in a box and define in their own words. Not define off their cell phone or define out of the book, but define in their own words. And I had them fill both sides of the paper out because I think we had around 40 vocabulary words in this unit. And then I did a graphic organizer activity where I actually typed the words up onto a chart, like a table, cut them all out. I had each person at the table had a different color paper. So one person had blue, one yellow. They all had the same words, then they had to arrange them on their paper and they had to label them according to what it was. It was really interesting. On the last day of my unit, I had said to the class, what could we add next year to this unit? And I had about 4 or 5 people that said to me, more time with the vocabulary. For my learning challenge students, especially with math, math is more of an abstract concept for a lot of students that have processing issues. And so for the students that I have this year, especially if we're doing math, I will include that formula for them on their worksheet, which is not included on the worksheets for the other students. So just a little help to kind of bring it from that crazy abstract that they have a hard time with down to something that's concrete so that they can see it and actually do the problem. I have several students that are in this class that get it very well. And I have 2 of the students are actually on our commercial food preparation team for our FHA Hero competitive recognition event. They're on a 3-person team. They competed in February at our qualifying event and placed first, and now they're going to be going on to the state finals in 2 weeks. So that's one way that students can excel beyond, because they're still taking what they're learning in the classroom and they're using it in another way.